Hello and welcome to News Now. Nigeria's President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan said Monday in Abuja that he was confident that with the agreement reached last week in Niamey on the intensification of joint patrols, military operations and intelligence sharing by Nigeria and neighboring countries, terrorism would soon be a thing of the past. Jonathan was speaking in Abuja at an audience with the Ministers of Defense and Foreign Affairs of Chad, Niger, Cameroon and Benin Republic, who are in the country to work with the Nigerian counterparts on a legal framework for the cross-border military operations. The president said he was pleased with the decisions taken in Niamey to enhance and boost joint actions against Boko Haram and other cross-border criminals, which is geared towards defeating Boko Haram and other extremist groups in the West African sub-region. He said such collaboration was essential for success in the war against terror. Leaders of the so-called Lake Chad Basin Commission had last week in Niamey, the Nigerian capital, agreed to the deployment of troops to form the multinational force within their national borders by November 1, among other decisions. A coroner's inquest has begun in the Nigerian commercial capital of Lagos to find out the cause of the collapse of a guest house belonging to the Synagogue Church of All Nations. About 115 persons died when the 6-story building under construction at the time collapsed. Most of the dead were South Africans who were visiting the church at the time. It's been just over a month now since the 6-story guest house came down, killing over 100. Questions have been repeatedly asked as to what brought down the building. So far, no concrete answer has been provided. Authorities in Lagos, however, hope they would find the answer inside this courtroom, venue of the inquest. Journalists were allowed to monitor the process, but no filming of actual proceedings was permitted. Noticeably absent in the hearing, the founder of the Synagogue Church, Prophet T.B. Joshua, but he was represented by a battery of senior lawyers. The coroner made it clear the process is basically a fact-finding mission, appealing to the South African government to be part of the process and allow for DNA samples to be taken to enable pathologists identify some of the corpses in mortuaries so they could be repatriated. Outside the courtroom, some placard-wielding supporters of Prophet Joshua made it clear what their position is on the matter. The inscriptions on their placard re-echoing the stance of the church that the incident was a terror attack.
In Nigeria today, there's a lot of attacks, terrorist attacks. We hear all these Boko Haram and others, the way they do in North, and they'll be telling us they are coming to Lagos, We hear a lot of series of things that they are coming. And the last time, and we saw the TV360 camera on CNN, we saw before the building collapsed, we saw a plane moving. We don't know, before we know it, in the next 5-10 minutes, the attack, the building started.
It's been the position of the church that the building did not come down on its own and that it was an attack. But then everyone would have to wait to find out what the lawyers would be saying in court.
Would it be fair if I asked you what exactly will be the core of your argument in this before this coroner?
No, it won't be unfair, but I'm not in a position to say anything now until you will observe that the basis of our asking that will be given time is to collate our papers and put views and the facts, recollection of what the facts is across to the court.
Among the documents the church is setting to present to the coroner is the CCTV footage which captured the very dramatic moment the building came down. The church has consistently maintained that a plane which flew over the building about 10 minutes before it came down was responsible for the collapse. It remains to be seen if all the facts that will be presented here in the coming days would support that claim. Now, a gang of 9 young men was today paraded by the Lagos State Police Command for armed robbery and theft. The Lagos State Police Commissioner said the gang specializes in armed robbery and stealing exotic cars which it then sells. Among the items recovered from the suspects are one Toyota Land Cruiser Prado Jeep alleged to have been stolen from the residence of one Albert Omishore in Victoria Island, 2 AK-47 rifles and an immigration service uniform.
I came back again to Nigeria Nothing was moving. I tried to convince some drivers, nobody. Tried to convince some drivers, nobody. I now tell this my friends, I met them in class, say, I'm not a car dealer. Me and my brother have a car stand in Cotonou. I was lying to them that we should try and snatch some car in this club and go and sell it in Benin Republic. They say, how are we going to do it? You say, those people that are drunk, when they are coming from club, they are drunk. We can fight them, attack them, and collect their vehicle from them. That's why so much courage, 5 of us. The first vehicle collected Toyota Camry with Amanda Jeep, which will fight those people in VI, one club in VI. There's one, I forgot this club name. Why not? So those people were coming out, they were drunk. He and his wife, I don't know what his girlfriend or his wife. 5 of us, when we were having bottle, now break the bottle, the lady was scared, started crying. Where's the key? Where's the key? We collected the key from them. That's how I moved to Benin Republic with it. The Camry stopped at my 2. I took the Amanda to Benin Republic.
The only person who can save me here before they kill me is the person that be the leader. Because me, I don't follow them to thief. I don't have any idea about thief. Even they owe me as they keep me here. They don't let me to talk my truth. Even the person they owe as a criminal confirm for the police that I don't have idea. It was only the shop he introduced me to. That is the only thing I take know. That anything about say stealing, Moses, they introduced Moses to me to help me, to connect me for MTN song. Because I sing MTN song. The MTN song is here with me. Then that is the reason why they introduced me to Moses. Say, in brother is working in MTN.
Yes, I know this guy. I know this guy. When I was sleeping at Obalande, he was driving down.
What year was that?
It's last 4 months. Yes, last 4 months.
What work were you doing before this time?
I was dealing with spare parts or car parts, but the business is not moving again. At a Koto site. So when the business food now, how many robbery operations have you gone? With this guy? I have gone once with the other 3 guys. I have gone 2 times with this guy. Then we robbed this Prado Jeep for the last one.
We had a case of armed robbery, whereby a Prado Jeep was snatched or taken away through diligent work by our operative, SAS operative. Were able to round up all the suspects involved in this act, 8 of them, and the 9th one is the receiver of the items. One interesting thing is that when the Prado was snatched, it had all the numbers engraved on all parts of the vehicle, the glasses, the lights and everything. What this criminal did was just to remove all these things and try to replace it with new ones. It's kind of an ingenuity, but they were caught in the act while they were doing that. So when you see the vehicle, you see that most of the frontal light have been removed and everything. In the course of doing that, we were able to recover 2 AK-47 rifles that were earlier snatched from one of our PMF units in the same axis, in the same Lekki axis. These rifles were buried inside a very swampy place, and it was recovered by our men. In the course of that, we recovered another uniform belonging to the immigration service, as you see it there, and other items.
Well, we sincerely apologize for identifying the Commissioner of Police wrongly there. It's actually the Commissioner of Police, Lagos State Command. The Rivers State Police Command in the south of Nigeria, I should say, has said that it has begun the search for the former president of the Nigerian By Association, Okonjo-Iweala, who was abducted on Saturday. Wale was kidnapped by unknown gunmen in his community, Rumualogo, in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State. Spokesperson for the Police Command, DSP Ahmed Mohammed, said information available to the police revealed Wale was trailed by his abductors before being seized and taken away. Mohammed said the police were on the trail of the kidnappers, pledging to rescue the former Bar Association president safely and apprehend the abductors. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Medical Association (NMA) has expressed shock over the kidnap of the former president of the Nigerian By Association, Okonjo-Iweala. The association, in a statement on Monday, called on all Nigerians to continue to pray for his safe release and for the desired peace and security in Nigeria. The body of doctors in Nigeria described Willie as a citizen who has contributed so much to the law profession and the nation in general, adding that it was highly pained by his abduction. He called on the federal government to provide adequate security for citizens, especially professionals in the country, and appealed to the kidnappers to release him with immediate effect. The All Progressives Congress (APC) has strongly condemned Saturday's attack on Edo Legislative Quarters, saying the attack has increased impunity to an unprecedented level under the Goodluck Jonathan's administration. The party, in a statement by its spokesperson Lai Mohammed, accused the People's Democratic Party of being behind the attack The attack now includes some legislators and their family members were injured and over 30 cars destroyed. The party spokesman said the attack could have been prevented if the PDP thugs who molested Governor Shomale and top officials of his administration when they went to the airport to receive President Jonathan a few days earlier had been censured for their unacceptable and barbaric actions. APC accused the president of having facilitated the attack through his body language, which it says encourages impunity. It said the president has converted the police and the army to his party's militia and warned that perpetrators of impunity are sure to pay for their deeds someday. The number of presidential aspirants in Nigeria's main opposition, All Progressives Congress (APC), is growing by the day. Governor of Kano State Rabiu Kwankwaso will on Thursday formally declare his intention to vie for the post of president under the platform of the All Progressives Congress. That's according to his campaign handler, Olisaemeka Akumakali, who made the disclosure to journalists in Abuja. Akumakali said the governor has concluded a nationwide consultation with party leaders and political stakeholders regarding the 2015 presidential election. Kwankwaso served as governor of the northern Nigerian state of Kano and between 1999 and 2003 under the platform of the People's Democratic Party. And before getting re-elected again in 2011, he would be slugging it out now with former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who has already declared his intention to run for the presidency, and General Muhammadu Buhari, who has also said he would be running again. While former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has rolled out what he calls a 7-point agenda, which he says he would pursue if elected president of the country. Addressing a press conference in Abuja Monday, the former vice president, who is seeking the presidential ticket of the All Progressives Congress, said the agenda is a reflection of the economic policies he plans to run if he was elected president. The agenda includes employment generation and wealth creation, infrastructure and power, education and skills acquisition, security, citizenship and governance, agriculture and food security, Niger Delta and Northeast integration. He said he would be hosting a policy review summit October 27, 2014 at the Obasanjo Presidential Library at Abeokuta, and according to him now, the summit will host a panel of experts who will fine-tune the details of the policy. We'll take a short break now, and News Now will be back shortly.
The search for the next Nigerian Investigative Reporter of the Year is on. The Willie Shanker Center for Investigative Journalism, WSCIJ, requests entries for the 9th Willie Shanker Award for Investigative Reporting from Nigerian professional reporters with investigative reports published between 4th October 2013 and 3rd October 2014. Categories: print, radio, online, local government, sports, television, photography, climate change, cartoon, health and report women. Do you fit the bill? Submit your entries by the deadline Friday 24th October 2014 at the WSCIJ office, 55 Awolowo Way, Ikeja, Lagos. Visit www.wscij.org or call 080-2439-5083 for more details. Investigative reporting is the vital force for the restoration of human dignity.
Welcome back. With the resumption of schools across the country, the Sokoto state government in northwest Nigeria Monday said it has set aside 200 million naira to purchase thermoscanner, sanitizers and other items for the prevention of Ebola. State Commissioner of Education Yusuf Danchadi said the preventive measures were being put in place to ensure a safe learning environment in schools. Danchadi said the thermoscanners, sanitizers, plastic tanks, buckets, towels and detergents are to be distributed to all the 229 junior and senior secondary schools across the 23 local government areas in the state. He said the government remains ever committed to preventing the spread of the Ebola virus disease and other diseases in that state. Nigeria's Minister of Finance, Okonjo-Iweala, has assured the international community that the Nigerian government has put necessary measures in place to ensure effective management of the country's economy. Okonjo-Iweala was speaking when she briefed newsmen on Nigerians' delegation's participation at the annual meetings of the World Bank and IMF in Washington, D.C. She said there had been a contingency plan to ensure that the economy did not suffer in spite of the drop in global oil prices. The minister pointed out that from the revenue side, some positive results had emerged with additional income from the Federal Inland Revenue Service. She added that a target of $500 million, which is about 75 billion naira, had been given to the FIRS to help strengthen its capacity to improve audits and plug leakages. Even with the ravaging Ebola epidemic, health workers in Liberia are threatening a national strike action. The Health Workers Association is demanding an increase in the monthly risk fee paid to those treating Ebola cases. They also want personal protective equipment and insurance. Liberia's Assistant Minister of Health, Tolbert Nyeswa, has appealed to the health workers against embarking on a strike action, saying an industrial action would affect efforts made towards containing the disease and also have negative consequences on those suffering from EVD currently in the country. The Liberian government says the scale of the epidemic means it cannot now afford the risk fee originally agreed. The risk fee is currently less than $500 a month on top of basic salaries of between $200 to $300 a month. Staff are now seeking a risk fee of $700 a month. Liberia is one of the countries worst affected by the epidemic, as many health workers are reported to have died of the Ebola virus. A Frenchman has been awarded the Nobel Prize in Economics for his analyses of market power and regulation. The Nobel Committee announced Monday. Jean Tirole, an economist, has clarified how to understand and regulate industries with a few powerful firms, the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences said. 61-year-old Tirole, who is 6 years younger than the average age of Nobel Economics laureates, works at the Toulouse School of Economics in France. Regulators and competition authorities have obtained a whole new set of tools from Tirole's work, according to the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences, which announced the award. Tirole will receive 8 million Swedish crown. That's about $1.1 million in prize money. This year's winner is certainly a deviation from previous winners, as most of the recipients of the Nobel in Economics have been born in the United States. Last year, 3 American scientists, Eugene Farmer, Lars Peter Hansen, and Robert Shiller, won the 2013 Economics Nobel Prize for their research, which helped in improving the forecasting of asset prices in the long term and the emergence of index funds in stock markets. The Economics Prize completed the 2014 Nobel Prize announcements. Now to sports. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, has appointed officials from Francophone African nation to oversee Nigeria's match against Sudan in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier. Cameroon referee Neo Alioune will be the center official in the Super Eagles Wednesday game against Sudan in Abuja. Alioune was in charge of Nigeria's World Cup playoff match between Ethiopia and Nigeria on October 13th at the National Stadium in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He will be assisted by his 2 countrymen, Everest Mekwande and Elvis Guy Napue. Well, we wait and see what happens after that match. But I can tell you that Nigerians are not happy because the last match, the Eagles didn't do well. We lost that match. 0-1 to Sudan. Nigeria has never lost to Sudan, and the boys played so very badly. So people are hoping that the Super Eagles will be able to turn the tide around. But should they lose this match, then they are out of the Next Nations Cup, which will be taking place in Morocco. Let's just hope it doesn't happen. That's it on news now. Thank you very much for watching. We're back again shortly.